Good Wednesday morning, South Carolina Weather Watchers. I am the host for South Carolina Weather, Jason Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Wednesday. I'm sorry I was not there here last night. Last night I was out and we got home late, and I went to and by when I looked at the time, it was like 11:30, and if I would have made a video, the video would have been out at like 12. So I just decided, nah, I'll just update it tomorrow morning and. Well, now we're here, so let's go ahead and talk about the weather. So, you may look at this map and just see straight up just just a mess in general. I mean, we got clear conditions for us, well, cloudy condition, but not really any rain is falling right now. But I mean, just look at the East Coast. You see, we have widespread rain over the Northeast, widespread rain in the Mid Atlantic, and we have this strong line of storms that is coming our way, mainly for probably for tonight. Going into tomorrow. Mainly tonight though. Mainly like I feel like 9, 10, 11 p.m. The storm will finally get to like the coast, and then maybe a bit further northern, like Greenville, places like that. Maybe around like afternoon, evening hours. So Um, just determine where just matters where you are in the state. But yes, this line will get to all of us. It's a cold front, and I'll show you what that cold front looks like. 'Cause it looks pretty cool just to see the difference. Um, I know some people still don't know what a cold front is, so I will talk about that. And then we do have it extends pretty much all the way down here, and it's pushing just this way, and then this way. Yeah, so it's like, well, actually, it's not all the way up here. So let me just pretend like that's not there. It's pretty much because the low pressure is right here, and then there's the cold front. So yeah. But anyways, we do have some snow on the backside with this inside of that was hitting Wisconsin last night, and then now it's hitting the UP and Michigan right now. Also, some snowflakes to Chicago, going into Michigan now. Some rain into Indiana, and if you go to the west, we do have a rain/snow mix up there in the Pacific Northwest. So we will. That is for the radar. Now let's go ahead and look at the cloud cover. Cloud cover right now is looking pretty decent. We do have a couple of clearing spots near Myrtle Beach, just southeast of Columbia, north of Charleston as well is getting some. But everyone else is pretty much cloudy. I'm cloudy outside right now. At my house, it is cloudy outside. So, for sure, I'm opening the blinds. Yeah, it's pretty some dark clouds out there. So yeah, it's probably gonna be cloudy pretty much almost all day. So if you were hoping that maybe you get some sunshine today, unless you get in a clearing spot and the clouds kind of like go around you, you're gonna be mainly cloudy today. So sorry that is a disappointment. It's just weather. It just is what it is. And we're also going to go ahead and move on to the current temperatures. Now, this is what it looks like by the cold front. So you see, like, Florence, Alabama, it's 52 degrees. Huntsville, Alabama, since the cold front has not got there yet, it's 66 degrees. I mean, we can keep on going. Starkville, 71 degrees. Grenada, inside of Mississippi, 50 degrees. 53 in Cookeville, Tennessee, 44 in Nashville, Tennessee. So, I mean, just looking at these, I mean, just it's crazy just to see how these fronts work. I mean, you can see you could literally be a mile inward, like not like a mile away from the cold front, but you have not been put in it yet, and you could be like at 70, 80 degrees. But then on the other side of the cold front, if you go a mile or so into the cold front, you could be like 50, 60 degrees, maybe even sometimes less than that. So it's crazy to see how these cold fronts work. But here is our current temperatures for right now: 61 in Greenville, 62 in Columbia, 66 in Florence, 64 in Myrtle Beach, 64 in Charleston, 68 in Hampton, 64 in Augusta, 64 in Greenwood. Okay, now let's go ahead And go to our south, 73 in Orlando, 71 in Tampa, 71 in Jacksonville, and 71 in Tallahassee. To our west, 66 in Birmingham, 66 in Atlanta, 70 in Savannah, 71 in Starkville, 70 in Jackson, Mississippi, 71 in New Orleans, and then 44 in Memphis. And then to our north, 61 in Charlotte, 64 in Fayetteville, 70 in Wilmington, 61 in Raleigh, and 61 in Greensboro. So, obviously, these temperatures will drop as the cold front gets past us. And here's our maximum temperatures before the cold front passes us: 77 in Columbia, 79 in Sumter, 78 in Florence, 67 inside of Myrtle Beach, 72 in Charleston. And I'm looking at this spot right here. Isolated 80-degree temperatures. Looks like kind of like just south of Orangeburg, potentially. Still inside of Dorchester County, but just south of Orangeburg. We could get a good 80 degrees, which would be, I think, the first 80 degree. No, not the first 80-degree mark. We've been in 80 before, but I think the second or third 80-degree mark that we've ever read for this year so far. So we'll see if we break any records there. But 76 in the upstate, 74 in Greenville, Spartanburg, 78 in Augusta. So that is for our thing. 81 though inside of Savannah though. So they will get inside the 80s. Here's our max wind gusts for the next 24 hours. Gusts get around 37 in Columbia, 40 up there in Greenville, Spartanburg, 33 in Sumter, 38 in Florence, 36 in Myrtle Beach, 33 in Charleston, and 33 in the Augusta region. So wind gusts, it will be breezy today. It will be breezy and warm. Hot in some regions potentially, but breezy and warm is definitely going to be the highlight for today, with those rain chances moving in tonight, as we do have a chance for some accumulation today, around a tenth of an inch everywhere, pretty much except Myrtle Beach and Charleston. It will be pretty interesting to see these storms pass us throughout the next 12 hours or so, next 12, 13, 14 hours or so, as it sweeps across the state. But not really going to accumulate much, as it looks like, only around like a tenth of an inch for some place. Now, an isolated 2/10 of an inch near the Rock Hill region, definitely for sure is possible, but no flash flood is really expected with this, as this storm goes across the region. And here is the model run to show it. If we push this east, you can see those storms start to push it to the Greenville Spartanburg region, and then you can see the line tries to stay intact and actually does decide to drop some rain for close to Charleston and Myrtle Beach. So, I guess the model is in disagreement with what the National Weather Service has forecasted. So, I mean, even though the thing did not say that Charleston was getting, or Myrtle Beach was not going to get any rain, I mean, it's definitely possible for sure. And then here's 48 hours out, us getting some showers, but that's for Friday. Pretty sure Friday. Yeah, Friday. All right. So definitely everyone should be watching out for rain today. Everyone needs to hold on to that umbrella for sure. We do have a marginal risk of severe weather for Baltimore, Charlotte, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., Raleigh, North Carolina, and Greensboro, North Carolina, as well as Richmond, Virginia, Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Burlington, Vermont, as well. Chattanooga's in there. Atlanta's not in there, but you might as well count Atlanta because it's so close to the line. So, let's go ahead and look at this. As you can see, we are under the marginal risk, but it's really only for it seems to be like Rock Hill, Greenville, Spartanburg is in there, Greenwood is in there, but those are really our only cities/towns that are in there. So if you're inside the upstate today, definitely need to watch out for some isolated severe storms. Tornado threat, not really. Hail threat, not really. It's just the wind that comes with this. We do have a 5% chance of seeing those winds gusting up to 60 miles an hour. So if you are in the upstate, get ready for a potential isolated 60-mile-per-hour wind gust or two. And that is it for that. As we go on ahead and look at the excessive rainfall, we do have a day one excessive rainfall, not really for us, but stretches all the way from the Appalachian Mountains up to Canada, pretty much. So, if you know anybody inside those regions, tell them that they are under a 5% chance of flash flooding. We also do have a 5% chance of flash flooding for the coastal regions of Washington and Oregon as well. So, watching for all these regions, and let's go ahead and show the thing that we saw the other day, the CIPS, the CSU, and the SBC outlets combined. So, even though they do only have a 2% risk for tornadoes for the SBC, the CIPS is not really showing anything, but the CSU model is showing a potential for a 2% risk for tornadoes for all of this region. I mean, it says that if a storm does get going, they think that a tornado or so could get going in this region. Now, is this correct? I think that it thinks because the environment is favorable that it might be. That might be why, but I don't. I kind of agree with that with the SBC where they have that 2% only for that region because I just don't see it too much. Um, as I just did that. Okay, okay, close everything back out. All right. Um, here's also our. They also do think that we could also get a good hail stone or two for places like New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland. The SBC does not think so though. But for wind is what most of them are concerned about. As the CIPS finally shows up and drops a 10% risk for New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Uh, the CSU has this huge slight risk of damaging winds going all the way up into Maine, and a marginal risk stretching all the way down potentially into Columbia, Sumter, Florence as well. And then even though the SBC does not show all that, here's the SBCs right here, not showing that much at all, as you can see. Here's our day two outlook. Day two, nothing really happening for tomorrow. We just have that hail risk right there, and the National Weather Service or the Storm Prediction Center does not really think so, but the CSU thinks that there could be a isolated hail threat tomorrow inside of southeast Texas towards like Houston and places like that. So that is going to about cut end this forecast. So thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all tonight. I don't think I have anything to do tonight, so I actually will be here tonight for another forecast update.